giving you. Like for the development, like you are all belonging to the physiotherapy. Suppose you are designing a chair in which you can able to sit in a proper posture. To maintain a proper posture, you are designing a chair. You know everything, how you are supposed to design, what type of cushion should be there, all this knowledge you know. You know what is the posture of your body, what should be your posture of your body, that also is aware for you. But secondary thing is, how you will design a chair. You will require engineering also. So you have to collaborate. Alone a physiotherapist cannot design a chair. You have a basic concept, but for designing that chair, you will be requiring some engineer person who can design it. Even if it requires some sensors, that can be also designed by some engineering person. So for designing any particular thing, a particular brand singly cannot deal with the things. They have to go with the collaboration with other specializations so that it can be fulfilling your entire market. Spin-offs and startups. Small ideas can lead to the startups. Our university is having a funding startup cells. They are ready to give you, if you have any innovative ideas, you can pitch in front of them and they will give you a small fund. At least you can start your research, your innovation, which you have thought of. You can start at least. After that, if more funding is required, there are many agencies. Like our university itself are conducting hackathons, evathons. You can participate over there and you can pitch. So if suppose university has given you a 50,000 amount as a grant, they can give you more 1,80,000, 1,50,000. This much grant can be given by some other agency. Step by step, when you are exceeding in your process, when you are near to the completion, you can approach so many funding agencies. In fragmentation, you will get your grants and you can be successful for the commercialization. Right? Research and development partnership, like we have a Shark Tank, everyone knows it. Shark Tank. So Shark Tank is actually a platform which gives an opportunity to the innovators. Whatever should have that proof. Now the innovation you can do. There may be a particular methodology. You can improvise the methodology. You can somewhat transform your methodology and you can design your own method. That can be possible, but there should be some ways. There should be certain things. So you have to go with the review of literature that will work like a proof of concept. Third one is the prototype development, which I just told you. You get your review of literature, you have surveyed so many review of literature. There will be a small difference in all the researchers' paper. All the contributors have their own aspects, which has been stated in the review papers. You will be having that documentation, then you are designing your own prototype. That prototype will explain that these are the things which are already explained by documented work, but this is my thing which is somewhat can create an innovation. So you will be designing the prototype, and once you are designing the prototype, you have to test whether it is going to be fulfilled or not. You have designed a prototype. Now suppose the prototype is not able to work. It is not giving you the result. So you have to modify again in such a way that if you are not getting a result, then where is my loophole? Where I am lacking behind? So you have to work in that direction again. So once you are designing the prototype, you have to work in a full-fledged manner to test it whether this is going to work or they are not working. And after that, you have to go for the validation. If your prototype is designed, this prototype can last for how many weeks, how many years, how many months. Like we can have our patenting. That if I have produced certain product, this is a patenting for 10 years. The same product cannot be designed by some other. So that is a validation. You can give certain type of validation, and last is a market introduction. No doubt you are having a very good background of research. You have an innovative idea that could give you a good prototype design, and the validation was also corrected. Now when you come to the market strategy, you came to know there was more demand credit card. There are many applications, apps which are available, which gives you medicine door to door. Why? How it is fulfillingly working? Because there is a demand. Due to our busy schedule, we don't have the time to go and buy the medicines. So there are some consumers, or we can say there are certain brands which are giving you this fulfillment. So that was the demand of the market. So before designing, before producing a product, you should be careful that whether the product is in demand in market, then only there is a need for marketing or commercialization. If there is no demand, there is no meaning. You are producing, you are to interact in such a way, being a student, being a teacher, because we are in that platform, students and teacher. We are doing research. Our research are very innovative. It is giving an absolutely new innovation, but still it is not commercialized. It doesn't meet our expectation for the real world. Reason? It can be any number of reasons. Very small reason is, you in your curriculum for 1 year or 6 months you have a project. You have been allotted with a project. You have been allotted with a guide. You are doing a particular researches in that. You get a very fabulous results, but after that what? You go away. Your curriculum is completed, so you are not in contact with your guide. Now when a new bunch of students come, actually what happens, if a guide gives the same topic to the new bunch, they are not ready to take that. They want their own innovation. So वहीं पे full stop हो गया, comma लग गया, rather we can say. It can be continued, but it is not able to continue. So here we are going to look about what is the importance of commercialization. If the new products, new solutions are not being commercialized right now in this platform, we could not have so much of social media. We could not be able to interact. We don't have, if that innovation is not there, if it has not been commercialized, you just imagine the world without that. There would be no telephones, there would be no internet, there will be nothing. So you just imagine several years ago, that is a BC. Before Christ, you just imagine your life. Because that was lack of innovation. But still there was an innovation. They just rubbed the rocks, they tried to fire up. So that was innovation. From that, the innovation starts. That was a very minor innovation at that time. At that time, it was actually a major one. Right now, we are thinking, "Arey, wo kya tha?" It was nothing. It was just a rubbing of rocks. Due to the friction, it leads to the firing, and that was the innovation. But at that moment, it was the biggest achievement for them, because that has given a spark how the fire can be produced. Right? Next one, please.